Hey guys, welcome to TechWeb. In this video, I'm going to be helping you build a step-by-step guide on how to become a product manager in India. So remember, the journey for becoming a product manager is going to be different for each one of us, but the goal of this guide is to help you build a streamlined approach or at least get your fundamentals in place before you start applying for product jobs here in India. So I'm broadly going to talk about 6 things. Number 1, getting your fundamentals in place with respect to the hard skills you should know and the soft skills you must know. Second, I'm going to talk about getting your hands dirty, and I'm going to talk about things that you can do in order to get your hands dirty, because having a real product management experience is valued a lot more than having an actual course on your resume. Third, I'm going to talk about how to build a solid product resume and kind of things you can do even if you're in a college or a B school in order to make your resume strong. Fourth, finding a good mentor and the kind of things that you should kind of expect from that mentor. 5, how to start applying for product jobs. What are the kind of roles you should look for if you're a fresher, if you're experienced, and where to look for these jobs, and also the industries to target. Number 6, what you should very rigorously do when you're kind of going into product interviews and the type of things that can set you apart from other people who applied for the job. And finally, a bonus tip from my side, which I'm going to reveal by the end of the video itself. So let's start by number 1, which is getting your fundamentals in place. Now, there are 2 things, right? So there is the hard skills and there are soft skills. In hard skills, you must know concepts. So there are 12 things you should know here. Number 1, you should know concepts like product, sprint, scrum, wireframe, PLG, etc. You should know product lifecycle, intro, growth, maturity, decline, day-to-day product management responsibilities like the type of teams they work with, the kind of calls they take, etc. Documentation with respect to PRD, BRD, user stories, etc., etc. Now, before I jump into the next one, remember that all of these are available on the channel itself. So start making a plan on how you want to start picking these up. Ideally, follow the order that I'm talking about here right now so that you understand what you're reading next and you can connect it with what you've read before. Let's jump to the next one, number 5, which is UX fundamentals. Here you must read about design thinking, user flows, etc. Number 6, metrics that are important for your product, the AARRR framework, the Uptime, daily active users, monthly active users, CTR, then tech fundamentals like API, platform gateway, prioritization frameworks like must-out, 2x2 framework, the RISE framework, impact effort matrix framework, industry terms to know like SaaS, B2B, B2C, tools like Balsamiq, Jira, UTrack, product interview types like execution, strategy, development, estimates, and the final one, customer research and feedback. These are the hard skills that you must know before you kind of start applying for product jobs. The next set of things that you should know are the soft skills, the communication with what kind of stakeholders, what are their goals when you're communicating with them, what is the kind of expertise you need in order to kind of communicate with them, right? So for example, if you're speaking with business folks, you may want to explain tech concepts like you would explain to a layman. Versus when you're speaking to a tech guy, you need to be very clear about what you're saying with respect to the tech side of things per se. Then the teams that a product manager works with, what are the goals of each of these teams? It's important because when you're communicating with them, you need to be aligned with what their goals are as well. Then finally, OKRs for product managers, structured communication. How do you structure your communication well? And finally, the product mindset. So when you're using products, are you thinking about how would you improve that product, or how would you monetize that product, or how would you get more users using that product per se? So if I talk about the first part, and this is the most important part, I'd say this is around 50 to 60% of the job done when it comes to looking for a product opportunity. Going to the next one, getting your hands dirty. This is yet another important thing that you should be aligned on and can give you a huge edge, especially if you don't have any product experience previously, right? I'm going to talk about 5 things here. Number 1, build a product yourself if you can, using no-code tools, or just team up with a tech co-founder who can help you build a product. Second, start social media or a YouTube channel, because see, you don't need any tech knowledge in order to get these going, but you'll have to find a niche, you'll have to take feedback from the type of videos that you're posting. So this will help you get certain fundamentals with respect to product management in place. Third, help a friend who's building their product. Fourth, do an internship if possible. Work as an intern at a company. Get your hands dirty in product management so that you can talk about it in your resume. Do some product work that you can talk about when you're speaking to interviewers. So this is where you get your hands dirty. If you do the first 2 things right, you're 80% there with respect to getting a good product job. Now the third one is build a solid resume, right? So optimize resume with relevant keywords. across both hard and soft skills. You can take those keywords from the hard skills section, add them to your resume, learn the tools, because a lot of these hard skills will end up becoming a tool, right? Wireframe in Balsamic, or maybe track tickets in Jira and all that, right? So ensure that you pick those tools up, connect all your experiences across product research, product building, and feedback gathering with product management. So if you've previously worked as a project manager, talk about how you gathered requirements from the tech and customers and prioritize these requirements. So ensure that you're aligning resume with the job that you're looking for, right? So if you're looking to be a PM, ensure that you have components of development, ensure that you have components of user research, delivery, feedback, and design. Then finally, divide your resume in a very clear structure. Ensure that you have a one-page resume. You start with your pre-college experience as a PM. You can also give out your personal experience if you were young and you were involved in developing a very basic product, talk about it in the interview itself. During college, if there were certain product initiatives that taken, and if post-college you had picked up, say, a YouTube channel or maybe built your own product, talk about that here. Number 4, find a mentor. Now, this mentor should either be a product manager or a senior PM. It does not matter which companies they are coming from, as long as they have the designation of a product or a senior product manager. Get guidance, and if necessary, pay for it. If the person is willing to give out their time, they have all right to monetize their time, and you should be willing to pay for the time as well. Ask for referrals in their company. So a lot of these product guys, senior product guys, are always looking for either interns or associate product managers. You are at least asking if they are looking for, say, junior product managers in their company. This is like a great way in order to not only network with these guys, but also get like job opportunities in their company. Then ask for internships, right? Internships are very easy to get, especially when you have a good bond with the person and the person knows you. So if you're very curious with respect to getting feedback, speaking to the mentor, you might as well be able to land an internship with the specific person. Next thing that you'd want to do with this mentor is review and iterate your resume based on the feedback that the mentor gives you. And finally, keep getting feedback with respect to your interviews, with respect to your current job or the side hustle that you're working on, because you can expect all of these questions coming in your product interviews. Now, once you have these 4 steps sorted, you can start applying for jobs. If you're a fresher, start looking for jobs like product management intern, associate product manager, business analyst, project analyst, product analyst. These are all starter roles that can help you transition into product management. If you are someone who's experienced, look for roles like associate product manager. Now, experience needs to be relevant, right? So you need to have experience across roles that involve some bit of product management. So like project management, software development, machine learning, and all of these roles have a higher value when it comes to transitioning from that role into product management. But if you don't have any experience, it shouldn't be a problem if you have your fundamentals in place. Now, where to hunt these jobs, right? So there are 5 places where you can look for these jobs. Number 1 is direct company websites, and I think this is the best way to find a starter product role. Just start writing emails to these companies about why you should be either given an opportunity as a product intern or a starter or a junior product manager, right? Second, ask for referrals. This is yet another best way, where you can merely ping a colleague or someone who's working in that company and ask them for a referral. If the person has good visibility in their own company, you may be able to actually get a job because you're coming in from the rep. Use less competitive hiring platforms. So Top Hire is one of the example where the companies apply to you. So use channels like those to apply for product jobs. Directly reach out to founders and HRs on LinkedIn. So I would recommend reaching out to founders for roles that are around associate or product manager. A lot of PMs directly work with founders, and founders are very constantly looking for product managers to work in their companies as well. Ensure that you're reaching out to either the HRs who are hiring for PMs or the PM leadership of that specific company. I think this is yet another great way to kind of land a PM job early on. Finally apply across all platforms like Naukri, Shine, and all that. But I would find the first 4 methods to be a lot more impactful, and I'd want you to invest a lot more energy there. If you're looking for a tech PM background, then you can look at fintech, edtech, etc. Non-tech would be banking, D2C, etc. A lot of these good PM jobs are in tech today. So if you have a tech background, consider moving in that direction. Number 6, document every interview. Start by documenting the name of the company, your experience with the company, what you did well, where you failed. Ask the interviewer your feedback every time. So after every interview, ask for feedback. What happens a lot of time, even if the interviewer had an okay experience, the fact that you took an initiative and asked the feedback leaves a good impression on the interviewer. And I would recommend asking for feedback after every interview. Document everything in an Excel sheet, what you did right, what you did wrong, so that you can keep learning from these experiences and ensure that you're improving after every interview. Finally, and this is a bonus, be obsessed. Don't be disappointed if you fail. Just ensure that you take feedback from the interviewer. Know what you can do. Play on your strengths. If you don't know something, just say it out. Don't waste either of their time. Don't be obsessed with getting job in top tech companies like Meta, Google, Amazon, etc. Be obsessed to break into product management. So if you follow these 7 steps, I'm pretty sure you should be able to break into product management over the course of next few months. If you need my help, feel free to ping me anytime. I've added my LinkedIn credentials in the description. Again, just a reminder, all of the videos here, all of the fundamentals here are available on this channel. You don't need to go anywhere, just quickly look through our uploaded videos and you should be able to find the content you need. But if you like this video, consider sharing it across with a friend, consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.